that we have it for anyone who wants to watch it again later, anyone who couldn't hop on live. I know we always have a good group of people that's a tough time. So, but welcome everyone to our sneak peek, to our info session into what it means to be an online health and fitness influencer, what it means to be an online health and fitness coach, and how to get started doing that. We're pretty excited to be here. You've got a few of us today, which I'm really excited about, because you'll get a few different stories, you'll get a few different angles, and hopefully we'll really round out this experience for you. And I know ultimately our goal for you today is to have you leave being really clear on whether this is something you're interested in taking the next step, or that you're really clear that it's not. I think that's ultimately what the goal is. And whoever invited you to this will follow up with you, but please, if we will have a Q&A at the end, if you have more questions, do not hesitate to reach out. So much of this is really about the connections we make with each other, and not being afraid to ask the questions that we have. So if we haven't met before, my name is Bria Evenson. I am a mom of two. I'm Canadian originally, from Ontario, but I live in Arizona right now, and I've been here for the last 4 years. And I have been in this industry, in the health and fitness industry, as an online coach, just like this, for 10 years. And this business it began for me being built in the cracks of my life as a new mom, and it has grown into a very full-time income on a part-time hourly basis. And it's been very fulfilling in so many ways, both just as I've evolved in my own health and fitness. It helped me reestablish my health and fitness and prioritize myself as a new mom. It's helped me, through all the tough times, to remember that I had connection and community and other people. It's helped me to lean on workouts and healthy living when I've had tough times in my life. And certainly now, as I kind of age more into perimenopause and menopause, it's helped me still prioritize my health and my energy, and to be able to work in an industry with people who are healthy and fit pretty much ensures you're working with happy people all the time, which I absolutely love. And I love the freedom of it. So welcome. I'm so happy you're here. This has been a gift and a blessing in my life. And I'm going to pass it on over to Michelle Ayers here, who's going to introduce herself for you.
Hey, everybody. Thank you for being here. I love all the beautiful faces here and familiar people. So I'm always happy to host one of these and just share the word of what we do, because it's changed my life so much. So I live on the west coast of Canada in a small town called Port Alberni. I have been married for just about 14 years, and I have 3 kids. And Bria is actually my friend of like 20 years. We worked together like 20 years ago and lost touch for a number of years and reconnected through Facebook. I've been a coach now for 5 years, and I was watching her do her thing online for the longest time. I was like, what is she doing? She looks so happy all the time. Why is she so happy? And so I joined her and started as a coach, and like absolutely fell in love with this. And I've been doing this for 5 years, and Bria has actually become one of my best friends since doing this. So the community of this keeps me going, and it's been incredible through COVID, especially, like just having these women that uplift, and there's always somebody to chat to and connect with. What really attracted me to this in the first place is I needed something with deeper meaning as a mom. Like I have all the education and all of that stuff, but I needed something for me when I was at home with my babies. And like we all know, anybody who's had a child, like how all consuming that is. So for me, it was like, oh, I just need something for me. And then it morphed into this huge business and this huge community of people I have now. So that's kind of my story. I wanted to make sure everybody here hangs on until the end, because we're going to do a giveaway. We're going to keep this tight to 30 minutes. Don't worry, we'll be succinct. And then we have time after that 30 minutes for the Q&A, and I'll do a giveaway. So we're going to pick 3 names, but I just wanted to make sure anybody here who hasn't put their full name, make sure you type it in the chat here. So we actually know your full name, or if it's just like an initial or something, make sure you put your full name in the chat so your name gets in the draw. Okay, over to Lacey.
Thank you so much, Michelle. I always love to hear your story. I just love hearing everyone's story about how they got started. Everyone kind of has a different story. And yeah, so for me, I could be like more of the example of coming in and casually coaching for the first few years, where I wasn't actually casually coaching at all. I was mostly just posting my journey and attracting my tribe as I went. And then just this last year with COVID and getting laid off right around Christmas, for my third layoff, I just really leaned into coaching, and I've grown it now into that full-time business with part-time hours that Bria was chatting about, which like is really new and unique to me, because just in 6 months, I took it from just being like hobby, like sharing my journey, to making it a business. I did sign up about 3 years ago to coach. This was like a year and a half after I actually left a really toxic, narcissistic relationship. It was really controlling and really uh yeah, it just kind of made me feel lost and stuff. So after that relationship, I joined roller derby, but then I really needed to find a way to just stay fit and keep up. And it was kind of new territory, joining a sport that I didn't realize was a sport, and a big eye opener. So I feel like a lot of times different things will bring us here, but we get to all conjugate as a nice group of people, all kind of with the same goals and aspirations. So I'm going to pass it back to Bria to get
Yeah.
us started.
Yeah, I love that. Lacey, you said you love hearing Michelle's story. I love it too. Like, it's always just so nice hearing how everyone comes from different places, how everyone is, you know, different people, and they've had different stories, and anyone gets to be successful when they want to, right? So awesome. Okay, well, let's dive in, guys. I want to introduce our team first. Sorry. And our team is called Team Successfit. We are a team of a couple hundred coaches, like women and men, but predominantly women on our team who are from all over Canada and the US and the UK. Now we actually have opened up in France. And we are really, I think what I love so much about our team is that we have quite a mix of part-time coaches, of hobby coaches, of people who are here, you know, full-time and all in. And what you get when you're a part of our team, I think, is quite a mix of community and this deep-rooted feeling of sharing for success. One of the quickest paths to success, they always say, is that success leaves clues. And I think something that I'm so proud of being a part of at a team like ours is that everyone really openly shares what's working for them. They share their systems, they share, you know, their posts, they share anything that they have created that has helped them find success. So nobody's ever left out in the lurch wondering, how do I get to success? How do I become successful in this? Because there's always a team call, or always a national wake-up call, or always someone who's been where you are, or going to be there, or has been out of it and can offer you something. So when you join a team, you get to join a community really as well, knowing that you're not alone out there, that again, you have everything from retreats to support you, people to go with you to our big summits and our wonderful Success Club trips that we have, and really just friends that you get to laugh with and connect with and commiserate with at any point in time. And, you know, over 10 years, this is where the majority of my closest friends have come from. You know, as Michelle said, we've known each other for 20 years, you know, but there was a good gap in there of 10 years where we didn't work together, and we didn't even know each other all that well. So to be able to get back into life and connection together, and I would never have met Lacey if it weren't for this opportunity. So to connect with people and be a part of something where, you know, there's always someone to ask a question, where there's always someone there to celebrate your success, has been one of the most powerful parts of building this business, and certainly what has kept me here long term, so that I never feel alone, and that I'm always reminded that I have someone in my corner. So that's sort of how our team works. And when you join, you really ultimately, even though you're a part of a team, it's still very much your business, and you get to do things how you want. You just are never left with wondering what to do next. And I think that's just one of the most important parts of being a part of a team and a community. So what is Beachbody? I think this is a big question that a lot of people have. If you've been joining us, if you're coming here today because you have joined us in one of our challenge groups, and you already are very familiar with Beachbody On Demand and Shakeology or some of the amazing programs and products that we work with, Beachbody is a company that's been around for like 30 years. And the network itself, which is what we are a part of, has been around for about 15, 20 years now. And it's a company that for me is really rooted in this passion of helping people live healthy and fulfilling lives. It's one of the first of its kind. They were responsible for creating the very first fitness programs like P90X and Insanity, and they involved that into the very first online digital platform for fitness. So they're always on the cusp of what's revolutionary in the health and fitness industry, and even their nutrition and their products. I think one of the things that I always appreciate so much about this company and what drew me in is their integrity. They've got so much integrity in the quality of their ingredients. So you're never getting an ingredient or a program or something that is subpar. They never compromise on that piece. And as a whole, the company is really about bringing people together to share the message and help people through the accountability piece. So and you'll hear a little bit later today, but they bring kind of all the key pieces together of fitness, of nutrition and support. But I think of the company itself as a very supportive, high integrity company that is always there, always trying to evolve, always trying to come out with the best things for us to be able to share with other people. But ultimately, they're like our parent company. They're the ones that provide us with the incredible tools, both in the back end, in an office environment, in websites, but also in the front end, in fitness and nutrition and equipment, so that we have the state-of-the-art things to be moving forward with. All right, Lacey, I think I'm going to pass it over to you.
Absolutely. I love this question of who can be a coach, because literally anybody can be a coach. Whatever your goals are, whatever brought you here, you have something that needs to be shared with the world in your story and your experiences. I always like to tell everyone that you don't need to be a fitness or nutrition expert. You just need to be an expert in your own experiences and share that, because we've all kind of like grown and came through some sort of place, and we have something to share with the world, whether it is just our drive, our determination, our courage, or our grit. Like any of that can be really inspirational. So really, I just encourage people to show up as they are, and anybody can do this.
And I always like to say, when we talk about what coaches do, what helps a coach succeed is having grit, having tenacity, having commitment. Because in this world of social media and our online space, there's a lot of shiny objects and there's a lot of things we could do. What makes somebody successful is the grit and sticking with it. And so, we look at Lacey, who's 3 years in, I'm 5 years in, Bria's 10 years in. The reason we have success is because we show up consistently and do the key things that will build our business, which is what we help with. So what exactly do coaches do? Because people they see us, and then, from an outside perspective, what you see is you're like, oh, you post to social media and you share workout stories and you kind of show me these healthy meals that you eat. But there's so much more behind the scenes to what we do. So why I love this as a business, and there is a lot of choice for what you could do as a business. There's a lot of companies you could partner with and sell products, right? You could do that. What's different about what we do as coaches, and the thing that made me finally say yes to this, was that there's community. So we don't just sell people stuff. We're like, okay, you buy this thing and you join us. I'm going to tell you what you buy in a second. But what you get is you get community, accountability, and support. So as a coach, what you're doing is you're having people join you for life. This is not just, here's this thing, I want you to give me money, now go away, right? It's a community. That is what is different about this business. I absolutely love that, because we make friends, we connect with people. And as a coach, our customers They are our business, and we support them through their healthy journey for life. That keeps me here. So how do we do it exactly? So what we actually do is we have a digital database of workouts. So as of right now, there's 1,500 on there. So literally a workout program for anybody at any fitness level. Like anybody can join and do our workout programs because there's such a variety. So what we do is we connect people with that platform as a coach, and we provide the accountability in what's called a challenge group. So that challenge group is all done virtually. So what you do as a coach is you run that challenge group. So the great thing is everything is just plug and play for you. Like when you join as a coach, you don't have to figure any of that stuff out. The workouts are built, the platform is built for you to join with, and you have a mentor, Lacey, me, Bria, or whoever else invited you here to show you what to do. So you don't just show up and you're like, okay, what do I do? That is what is so different about this too, is that your success is the person who had you join. It's their success as well. It's our team success, right? So we all benefit from when we do well. So when you join, you have that person who's there to help you too. So that's what we do as coaches, is we run that group, we pick one of the programs from our library, and we do it with our people. There's no greater accountability than being a coach. I say that all the time. Like I've been my fittest and most healthy now at 41 than I was when I was in my 20s. And I post and I giggle about that too. So that's what we do as far as like the coaching side of things. Forgive me if you hear screaming in the background. This is coach life as well. Kids in the background homesick from school. So the other thing we do is what does a coach do in the day-to-day? Well, there's a lot of key activities you need to do in order to grow a business. So you need to grow your network. So you use a social media platform to do that. And it can be any social media platform. So typically it's Facebook or Instagram. So, any of us here, if you follow us, you'll see us posting regularly. So that's just it's to build trust and all of that. We show up and we reach out to people. We connect with our challengers. We invite people to join our group. I'm going to get into concerns and misconceptions in the next slide and talk to you about some of the things people are like, hey, wait, what? How do we earn money? That's another big question people have. So I'll just jump right into it. How we earn money is when people join us, they join us with what's called a challenge pack. Don't be intimidated by that. What a challenge pack is, it is the best bundle of stuff to give people the best results. So it is a combination. I feel like turning you towards my TV and being like, here's where my workouts are. It's a combination of the digital platform we use with all of the workouts on it. It's called Beachbody On Demand. It is amazing, amazing. It is like the Netflix of fitness. I love it. I'm never bored. So we hook people up with that, and then they get a nutritional product included, which are top notch things. They are all certified for sport. They're like superfoods. Like they are good. Like thousands and thousands and thousands of tests on the products. And there's so many different ones that we offer that will enhance performance, fill a nutritional gap. So they get their workouts, they get the nutritional, and then they get access to nutrition programs. So we don't do crash diets. We don't sell weight loss pills. We don't do that. We do stuff that will enhance people's lives and change their life for life. It is not some quick fix thing, right? So our nutrition programs teach balanced nutrition. They teach eating balanced macros, eating all of the food groups, eating whole foods, changing your mindset. So that's how we do it. So what we do is we enroll somebody with a challenge pack. Those challenge packs are somewhere between $150 and upwards of $300. Typically about $150 to $175 is how we enroll a customer. That's what it costs them. They get set up with us for a year with that as a coach. And what we do, we get commission. So Beachbody will pay us a commission when we enroll people with those challenge packs. So an example would be if you enrolled somebody with a challenge pack that was $175, you'd make about $50 commission on that. So the bigger the tribe you create, the more people you have join you, then the more money you make. And that's an honorable thing to make money from this because you're genuinely helping. It's not just here's a product, goodbye. Like you're showing up, right? So it's amazing that way. And the other way you earn money is residual income. So that is money that you keep getting paid from repeat purchases. So often your customer base, well, more often than not, your customers will keep with you. So they'll buy more of the nutritional products, or their Beachbody on demand, their digital Netflix of fitness will renew, and then you make commission on that as well. So the longer you do this, the more your income grows. So that's essentially what we do. And then we have a framework as coaches that we show you what the things you need to do, the key business activities to grow your business. We have a coach online office that teaches you all of that. Because we've been doing this for so long, everything is plug and play. You show up, you put in the work, you ask for help, you be open, you ask your mentor, and we help you. Cue next slide. Okay, common worries, fears, and misconceptions. Oh my goodness, I hope you have some, because if you don't, I'd be like, why don't you question things you jump into? So you should have some things you're wondering about. I had things I wondered about. I had so many questions for Bria. They're normal. I hope you ask questions before you do things. So here are a few of the common ones. Do I have to sell to my family and friends? First of all, we don't do pushy sales. If you've ever received any kind of pushy sales message from any of us, please let us know so we can slap ourselves. We don't do that. What we do is we invite people to learn more. So you grow your network and you invite them to learn more. It's like, hey, I've seen you watching my stuff. I've seen you commenting on my fitness posts. Are you curious what I do? Like that's an example of how we invite somebody to just learn more about what we do. There's no gross sales, and we're no spammy Tammy. I just learned that message that phrase the other day, spammy Tammy. We're not spammy Tammys. What if I don't have a big following? I didn't have a big following when I started. I had like 200 friends on Facebook. I'm now capped out at 5,000. I have 10,000 on my business page. I have an email list of 16,000. So it is, you don't have to have this massive following to start. Bria's looking at me like, how do you have 16,000 on your email list? We'll talk later. You don't have to have a massive following. So it's something that you grow over time. So it's one of our key business building activities is you grow over time and you start connecting with people. We run free communities on social and we invite people into those. And those free communities, by the way, are not to sell people stuff. So it's not an online store, it's to build value. So that's how you build your following. You do it slowly over time, which we teach you. And trust me, I'm pretty introverted. I might not seem like it. I'm pretty introverted. If I'm out in public, I'm like, to the tail at the grocery store. I don't talk to 50 people. Is this a pyramid scheme? No. I wondered the same thing. So let's first say pyramid schemes are illegal. If this was a pyramid scheme, it would have been shut down a long time ago. So a pyramid scheme essentially is when people join and they pay money to join something, but there's actually no exchange of goods and services. So it's basically robbing Peter to pay Paul. So everybody that joins later pays the person at the top and they eventually collapse. They're illegal. This is multi-level marketing, or as you could, another way you can say it is network marketing or direct sales. I hate the term sales. So let's say it's network marketing. And so basically what it is, when you join, you have a person who is your mentor and supports and guides you. So it's really important when you join something like this, you join the right team. You don't just go, oh yeah, so-and-so, I'm going to do that, but they started yesterday. That doesn't mean somebody who started yesterday can't be absolutely amazing, but it's really important to be picky when you do something like this, that you're joining a successful, committed team. So this is not a pyramid scheme because we actually have customers join us who pay money to join. Okay, if I don't get in early enough. Okay, this question is my favorite now. First of all, Beachbody is growing like wildfire. So when I started, Beachbody was only in Canada and the US and had just launched in Canada. It's now in the UK, it's now in France, and there are plans to globalize in as many of the countries as we can. Like we've seen the expansion plans. Here's another thing I want to talk to you about, the direction of Beachbody. We are majorly expanding this year. If you don't know this is huge. We are about to be publicly traded on the stock market under the ticker BODY, B-O-D-Y. It is huge. We're going to be publicly traded. So even more money behind the company to expand and do better. So it is a dang good time to be a coach. We are launching home cycling. So we're actually, I don't know if you're familiar with Peloton. I don't know who isn't. We're going to have our own thing too, with the mixed bike and live trainers. I see one of my coaches clapping. So that's coming. That's a big deal. So we're also on Beachbody On Demand, everything is like pre-recorded and on demand. So you click, like Netflix works. What we're also launching is interactive workouts. So what we're also doing in the fall is there's interactive workouts, meaning you can pre-schedule and be part of live classes. Like that is like, I'm so excited, which means as a community, we can work out together too. So that's coming. So it's going to rival what it's like being at a gym as well. So there are some huge things in the pipeline. Like I am so excited. So do I have to be at my goal weight to be successful? Who cares what you look like? It doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what size you are, if you have a six pack or not. What matters is that you are the type of person who wants to inspire other people. It doesn't matter what you look like. Think about Oprah, right? Like she has been so many different sizes, so many different shapes. Nobody's less inspired by her what size she is. It doesn't matter. And you know what? This day and age, people want real because we're so tired of the polished Instagram posts and the perfection, right? The more real you are and the more yourself you are, the more people will follow you. All that matters is that you're on a healthy journey and you're being real. My favorite people to follow on social media are the ones who show their real selves. Show me your cellulite. Don't show me your photoshopped photo, right? Because that inspires. Okay, if I'm not outgoing, I'm not. I'm silly and I'm kooky, but I'm not like the life well. I might be the life of the party if the party's small enough. But Bria's smiling. You don't have to be super outgoing. You have to be yourself. That's what matters. Be yourself, be your authentic self. And that's something that we talk about all the time. And over time, through this, you actually get to be the best version of yourself, whoever that is. When I first started as a coach 5 years ago, I was pretty meek and mild, and now I'm way out there and I'm myself. And that's what I love about this, is it's a platform to be my best self, myself, not somebody else. What if I don't have time and I'm too busy? Hello, I have 3 kids. I have a husband who works crazy hours. You can be insanely busy and do this because there's no set schedule, nor is there any expectation on how big or how small you do this. So you can join and you can bring on the odd customer once in a while. You can grow it massively. So there's no set like amount of time you have to put into this. What you do need for sure is you do need about 7 to 10 hours a week in order to grow it, so it will start getting some traction, right? And so what we have is we have something called the business activity tracker. That business activity tracker basically outlines, okay, here's what you need to do today. Just check it off. It's actually available digitally too. Like I can just pop open my phone and check off that I've done the right things. So 7 to 10 hours a week will give you some good traction in your business. You can do that in 15-minute pockets. You can do that like bang it all out on a Wednesday. And like, I work really random times, right? Really random. Like sometimes I'm at night, sometimes I respond to messages at 11 p.m. Sometimes when my kids are outside in the backyard playing, I can be sitting on a lawn chair and respond to messages, or you can do it in huge pockets of time. There's no set schedule with this. So you can be smoking busy. And actually the busiest people tend to do the best at this because they're used to juggling a lot of things. That doesn't mean if you're not busy, you can't be amazing at it, but it tends to be something, it already attracts people who have a lot going on in their life. I'm going to take a breath. I think, Lacey, it's over to you.
So why Team Successfit? There's major amazing things happening in Successfit right now. Michelle, myself, and Bria here, we're all actually like run our own teams, but we all come together to just really pump the value into Successfit. And like, no matter whose team you're on, you're always a part of that bigger team. There's always so many people to help you out. And what I really love is the diversity. Like you can just see the diversity even between who's shown up here. Like I would not be your standard like coach. I'm not the stereotypical like bleach blonde that like totally fit. It's not like that. And I have to tell you, I have gotten like really inspirational. I've been tagged like messages from people, or I've been tagged saying like how I'm like the most inspirational person, and I'm getting compared to like bodybuilders. just because I'm real and I'm raw and I show my authentic self, and I ain't no bodybuilder. I'm still like, I'm just who I am. So that's what makes this team so great. And the best team to partner with is the diversity. There's always people to either be inspired by or relate to. Like sometimes I will relate to somebody who is totally the opposite of me and what they're going through, and just come together as a community. I love that about Successfit, is even though we're all on different walks of life in different parts in life, we all just come together as an amazing team.
I'm going to toot our horn. I am. I'm going to toot our horn. Lacey is massively growing as a coach. I'm in the top 1%. Bria's in the top 1% of the company. Like, we are working it. So there's some big things. And actually, that's one of the cool things about being one of the top teams, is you get access to different stuff. So I'm going to say something exciting that's happening actually in a week from now for coaches on the team. We actually have a private team call with the CEO. Like, that is a big, big deal. Out of 400,000 coaches, we have a private call next Friday. So anybody who's a coach by then gets to be on that call. That is a big deal. So I'm very, very excited for that. I'm a little nervous too. What if I say something silly? So what's next? So really simple. You enroll as the same way as a customer would enroll. So you get what's called a challenge pack. So the enrollment fee is super cheap. It's super cheap. So you basically get everything you need to get started. You get your Netflix of fitness, you get your nutritional, you get access to your nutrition programs, and it's somewhere between $150 and $175. In pounds, it's roughly 160 pounds, in euros, kind of same, right? There's no inventory. There's nothing you need to have. All you need to have as a coach is you need to get that challenge pack, so you have everything you need, and then your coach enrollment fee is rolled into that. So it's actually part of that. And if you've previously joined us with a challenge pack, you actually get your coach enrollment for free. You can actually enroll for free if you've previously bought a challenge pack. All you need to pay every month is your coach fee. That's it. That's all you need to pay. And it's $15.95 US and $17.95 Canadian. I think it's $15.95 pounds per month. Yeah, okay, thanks, Bria. So there's no inventory, there's nothing. All you're responsible for paying is your monthly coach fee. That covers your website, that covers your customer service. So like basically no risk. I could spend that at Starbucks if I wanted to. So there's no cancellation either. So if you joined as a coach and you're like, wow, this isn't really for me, there's no penalty. Like, you could join and be like, hey, this isn't for me at all. Then no worries. Like, you have all the workouts and all the nutritionals, and you can keep going on your healthy journey. That's fine too. There's also no pressure from us to perform at a certain level. That said, if you want to run, girl, I'm running with you. So that's it. And then once a coach joins, we have everything set up for you. So we have everything. So we have a big coaches community on Facebook called Successfit that includes all of us. There's coach training just built, plug and play, just go. You're ready to go. So you can go at your pace. And then we have our weekly team calls. Like, you get plugged into everything. So you have a question, like, hi, there's 200 coaches. We can help you.
So why not you? And I'm sure you might have a question or two that we can answer for you in the Q&A. But literally, I want you to ask yourself right now, stop and ask, why not me? What is stopping you right now? Because this is for everyone. Like I said, this has changed my entire life. And it's kind of funny because at first, I have to say, my spouse was supportive, but there was times that, like, he'd mention about social media, or like, tell me I drank the Kool-Aid or whatever it was. But I have to tell you, like, 2 weeks ago, he told me I was never allowed to quit. That it has transformed my entire life, financially, mentally, physically. Every aspect of my life has changed because of this opportunity, which is amazing. Like, when your job is to take care of yourself, mind, body, and soul, and connect with other people for them to do the same, Like anybody can do that. And it's just so fulfilling to just go for it and do something. And this is like my little slice of something I do for myself. And it's just an amazing opportunity.
That's so beautiful, Lacey. I love that he said that to you. That's really, really special.
It meant the world to me to, for one, have the support. And like I said, to go from like the little jokes, because they were jokes, they weren't mean or anything about me drinking the Kool-Aid and that, because like I talk about this opportunity and everything about it all the time. I still do.
I love it. Well, you are a total inspiration. Thank you for sharing that story, and thank you for talking about Why Not You. You guys, I hope that we've been able to offer you some great insight here. I think there are some comments, so I'm going to open it up for Q&A. We're pretty much right on time, maybe a couple minutes over. So we do like to offer some Q&A space. I'm going to stop the share here and open up the chat. And I know we're also going to do a draw. So let me open up the chat first here. And see if there's anything in here. Oh, hi, everyone's saying hello. That's so great. Does anybody have a question? You want to raise a hand? You want to unmute yourself? Please help yourself. Oh, a lot of this is, hi, Melissa.
If you're feeling shy, just type your question in the chat too. Do not be shy. I had so many questions.
I love Jamie says, do we dress professionally for the Zoom call or? Well, you can dress however you want. That's one of the wonderful things. Jammies. Fitness wear makes a lot of sense. Very relevant.
That said, getting dressed makes you feel a little better though.
Can. Sometimes not getting dressed makes you feel great.
I'm going to do the draw, but I'm going to get you guys
Michelle has a question. Hang on. Let's, is that okay?
Yeah, please.
I see a hand raised. Michelle, can you hear?
Yeah, can you hear me? Sorry. Yeah. Okay, I just have to run quickly, but I have there is no like minimums. You might have said this, but as I'm doing two things at the same time. Minimum sales, like do you have to sell so many, like get so many packages or?
I think I can answer that. Michelle, is that my Instagram, Michelle?
Yes, it's the Instagram, Michelle, yeah. I'm going to take you with me. I'm going swimming. Yeah, you're going to go with the car ride. We're going. Here we go.
Oh, I adore the fact that you're here. It's so coach life that you're here. It's like, hi, I'm going to do two things at once. There's no minimums. Yeah. No, there's no minimums.
Okay.
So
that's my biggest
we have like kind of like a bar, like, okay, it's kind of good to hit this, but like nobody's going to say, oh, you suck and you can't be a coach because you haven't hit the minimum. No, there's no minimums. My husband always laughs. He's like, Michelle, this business is really lumpy. And I'm like, what do you mean by lumpy? He's like, well, some months you have these like massive numbers and then some months it's like a little less, right? So it kind of ebbs and flows based on like when programs launch, like how much time you have to put in it in certain times as well. Like summertime for working moms or just moms in general with your kids at home tend to be a little more challenging that way. Whereas like back to school is a really busy time. New Year's a really busy time. So yeah, there's totally no minimums, Michelle.
Okay, that was just my biggest thing because I don't want it to be this I do for fun, right? Like and I don't want it to feel like a job or work because then I'm not going to want to do it or enjoy it, if that makes sense.
Totally. And you're busy running like 1,000,000 miles a week.
Yeah. Trying to. That's what I would like, to get a group of runners, right? That would be my biggest
we
thing.
have a running program.
I saw that, yeah, kind of.
Yeah, we have a running program, which is amazing.
Okay, thank you for answering.
You bet.
I wanted to just add a little piece on that. Michelle was talking about the ebb and flow of the business, and I feel like Beachbody also kind of tries to set us up for the best success that they can, because they always do a product launch. Like they usually launch the new programs right at like the quieter times of the year. So like right at the beginning of December, they'll launch the program that most people will usually go into the new year planning to do. But they launch it in December for you because December can be a little slower with Christmas and stuff, right?
Awesome.
I'm going to do the giveaway.
Please
can I do the giveaway?
Yeah, do the giveaway. Yeah, I was going to say you do the giveaway and then we can wrap up.
Okay. So what I have is So I need somebody to pick 3 numbers between 1 and 9. So Lacey, pick a number between 1 and 9.
6.
Okay, 6. Alana, you won. Okay, pick another number.
3.
Did somebody say 3?
I did. Bria did.
Okay, 3. Michelle, you won. Okay, another number. Our last number.
5.
Did you
My
say
lucky
5?
number 5. Yep, number 5.
5. Allison Mills over in the UK. Ow!
So Michelle, there's another question here. I don't know if you want to take it. Carrie asks, as a coach, do you get all access to programs, including VIP?
Bria, how about you answer a question for us?
I'll answer a question. So as a coach, again, our only expectation is that we maintain our coach fees. If you want access to the workouts or anything, you do need to be a participating member. And I would say, you know, usually people who are coaches are here because they love what they do, right? And they love the programs and products. So if you want access to Beachbody on demand, you do need to be a Beachbody on demand member, and you pay for that. Hang on, I'm just gonna mute.
You can turn it up if you need to hear
Here,
it.
there we go. So you need to buy it. We do get first access to VIP programs, and we do often get the opportunity to be in specific test groups and things like that. But it is up to us to purchase our own programs. We get a 25% discount though, which is nice.
Oh, okay, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And
Carrie is my Port Alberni friend. We graduated together.
actually, I think we started in kindergarten together. I'm in California now. Yeah.
Another Canadian in America.
Oops, I'll mute. Sorry.
Awesome. Awesome. I'm dancing with Joy. Alice says that's great. Great. Well, thank you guys so much. We're going to close out this recording. Again, reach out to any one of us if you have questions. And you can expect that one of us will be reaching out to you as well to follow up. But we appreciate your time. I hope that no matter what today, you learned something, and that you go out into the world, you know, focusing on living your healthiest and most fulfilling life going forward. So thank you again, and have a great day. Bye, guys.